A schools union is advising... I thought we were going to go for the full Grange Hill thing then. I was waiting for the beat to drop.
Me too.
Right, a school union's been advising titles like M and Mr and Miss for teachers be dropped and instead use the gender-neutral term teachers in class. But should they go one step further and just call all teachers by their first name? Ms Robson, what do you think?
I think that they should be able to call them... It's up to the teacher what they want to be called, obviously, but in Lila and Betsy's school, they're called by their names.
By their first names?
By their first
Really?
names, yeah. And the headmaster is as well.
No.
Yes.
I didn't even know that was
I think
a
it's
thing.
really nice that they know their names and they can speak to them, because otherwise, what, miss.
I'm sure the word headmaster's not allowed anymore, Linda. It's called head.
Oh, head.
Yeah, just checking in for the politically correct watching. I actually think calling the teachers by their first name is a shocking idea. Shocking, because they're not your pal, they're not your best mate.
They're your teacher.
They are a teacher charged with a serious job, which is putting something important in your head.
But what's the difference between calling them miss or teacher? Or
It's
their
a
name?
level of respect. Because the child sitting in the classroom is not they're not equal with you. You are more important than them, believe it or not. And they're there to learn from you, and you're an expert. You've got special skills, and you want them to listen, and you want to develop that relationship. It's not like you're at a party all wearing funny paper hats and you're calling each other by your first name.
Just by changing the name, they're still going to respect the teacher, aren't they?
I think that talking to a teacher and calling them, I personally don't care whether they're called Ms. whatever, but calling them by their Miss, Sir, and with the surname is a level of respect.
OK.
Hey, what do your kids do at school?
My children address them as Miss or Mr, you know, and they do differentiate between Mrs and Miss. So, you know, if a teacher's married or single. And they do sometimes overhear them talking to other people. So they might, but call, a teacher to teacher might call their first name by mistake. And then they go, oh, her name's Alice. Did you know that Miss Bloodyblot's called Alice? And it's like a really big thing for them to kind of discover what their first names are. But I agree with Janet. I really like the formality of Miss and Sir or whatever, because I just think it gives them a differentiation between them and the students, and they have a real sense of respect for them also. And I love it when they come home and they go, oh, Miss Bloodyblot said this, that and the other, and we have a conversation about it. And it just kind of, it's a kind of differentiation.
Well, isn't it also like teaching your children to treat other adults as perhaps more experienced in life than them? So if you took your children to a sweet shop or to a clothes shop, they wouldn't go to the assistant with a name badge. Here, Sheila, can I try that on or not? You might say Miss or, blah, blah, blah.
Do you know what? Your children were in today.
Yeah.
And I've not met Kaori before.
Yeah.
And what really warmed my heart, because we do something within our communities where when you meet your elders, you always call them auntie or uncle. So the first thing that Kelly did...
Well, it's not just in your community, with all due respect. It's in my community
No,
as well.
no, I'm not... I
mean, I've got aunties that I'm not related to.
But it happens in... It's not just a particular individual. Anybody who's an elder, you can see them on the street, you may not be close to their parents, will always call auntie and uncle. So introducing Kaori to me, Kelly sort of said to Kaori, go and say hello to Auntie Charlene, because that's what we do. And it's within, you could go to a church and you may not necessarily have even met the church elder that's next to you. You will always call them auntie or uncle if you don't know what their first name is, because that's what we do.
Well, I did
and
that growing up in Fulham, a predominantly white working class community. I've got loads and loads of aunties that aren't related to me, who I called auntie right through my childhood. But I always treated those adults with respect. I mean, I get your point, Charlotte.
Yeah, I was just, because for our audience, they may not know that in the black community we refer to each other on a regular basis.
I think they do, but,
Well, for those that don't,
We've just told them.
Goodness me, you're biting today, aren't you? In a spiky mood, Janet.
I was going to pick up on your point, Janet, actually, but you're saying that that adults and children should be, are not equals. I actually have a middle ground with my children. So, for example, today, coming up, they knew it was an important show for me and I wanted to be here for Auntie Brenda. And I said, I explained what had happened. And I said, Regan could have gone to football today. And I said to Regan, look, this is what Mummy wants to do. What would you like to do? And he said, I'd like to come with you, Mummy. So I made that a group decision. I didn't want to force him to come off and, you know, not do football, whatever. But it was his decision to make. So there are moments where I'm inclusive and we have, you know, dialogue together. And then there are other moments where I go, no, you're not wearing that to school, you know. So there are moments, I think, where you can share that responsibility because I want to teach them to be able to make their own decisions too.
Yeah, but isn't the problem when you see a mum going round a supermarket with a small child whose language is, you know, they haven't developed a lot of words and so on, but that child might be sitting at the end of the trolley and you have to watch the child being treated as an adult. They get to the yoghurt counter and the mum will go, which one do you want
What's wrong with that?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, they can choose what flavour yoghurt they want, can't they? Surely.
They're more likely to eat it, Janet, if they are involved in the choice.
Oh, that's your logic.
You'd give them roadkill.
No, it's the truth, though.
I would not give them roadkill, Linda. I'm just saying that this oversharing, it's like a blight in our society.
A shame. It's the end of class.
Oh, no.